Okay, does that work? Yeah, okay, cool. The power went out earlier for me, and yeah, the power went out, and it reset all of my microphones to be listening to my webcam. I don't know how that happens. Anyways, well, today we're gonna be returning to my roots, to the roots of this channel, back to when I was streaming Chaos Zero Nightmare. So isn't that exciting? I mean, technically not my full roots, because you know that was with Devil May Cry 3, but you know, we'll get to that point eventually. Otherwise, hello. How are you doing? Hello, Mr. Brown. You're Rebecca? What do you mean you're Rebecca? I mean, hello. Heyo. And hello, Solsticks. I see you lurking. And I'm only calling you out because you sent a message in chat. Otherwise, I would not do that. I would not do that. I am going to be playing a little bit through some of the new content that exists for Chaos Zero Nightmare. I'm going to be rolling for the new character and everything. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think I'll get lucky whatsoever in rolling for her, but I'm going to assume that maybe, just maybe, I can be a little bit lucky this time. That thing was stuck in my head for no reason because it's cute. It's from one of the shorts I keep getting of Resident Evil 5. What? Resident Evil 5? I'm Rebecca? Are you meaning the, wait, let me check the memes channel. Are you meaning the Resident Good stuff, or are you meaning the Rebecca leg clamp thing that you posted? Because that's the only thing that I've seen of her. I'm just so confused. Playing Rebecca, and her taunt is, I'm Rebecca! Okay. What a great character. I can't wait to get to one of those scenes in the game. If I get to that? I don't know. I don't think the collection included some of the Resident Evil games there, but I guess we'll see. Because it didn't include the original Resident Evil 4, and I don't think it included Resident Evil 5 or 6, so I might have to get those separately, and then I'll do that. Because I want you guys to play as Shiva, but that assumes that you guys will actively play with me if you are playing as Shiva, because otherwise I will die a lot. Funny thing is, you don't play as Rebecca there. Either it's a mod or it's some special mode. I feel like because it's an older game, it must be a special mode. What on earth happened to games back in the day, or like nowadays rather, where you just never get any kind of special mode or something? Like, you don't get any kind of secret, you don't get any kind of reward or Easter egg or cheat code that you can enter that allows you to do something. I find it so weird. Why? Why did we remove that? Why can't we just, you know, why can't we enter some kind of cheat code and give everyone really big heads for whatever reason? I feel like that's such a missed opportunity. And here we go. We've moved into the game. Ooh, new season. I played it once just so that I could get rid of all the notifications, which means that I played through all of the story and everything. But they're giving me free rolls. And you know what we do with free rolls? We use them immediately. We do not care what they are for. Have to rely on modders or cheat engines and trainers? Honestly, right? Like, the only way to get some of the Easter egg features or capabilities that you used to get of old games is purely through modding and whatnot. I don't know. I think that's so unfortunate because there was like a massive community to just like discovering and figuring out every single one of the cheat codes or Easter eggs that used to exist in games. But now you can't do that. You can't do that. Like, I don't know. It reminds me of how parents used to find, like, cheat codes written down for, I don't know, GTA manuals and whatnot, and it was like, oh yeah, if you go into your cell phone and you type James Bond or Skyfall or something like that, like, it teleports you in the sky and you parachute down. Like, my gosh, why can't we have more stuff like that? That was so much fun. Either way, we've got 20 free recruits, which means that I will get my new 5-star combatant. Who am I gonna get? Real, I did that. I had cheat notes. Me too, man. Me too. I was so happy to have cheat notes. Okay, I'm getting a 5-star, but who am I getting? Who am I getting? Is it gonna be... Please be a woman. I got Renoa! Yay! One of the characters characters I didn't have. Yay! She's apparently really good with a new character. Yay! Nice. Now I don't care about the rest of them. Oh! Another 5-star? Wait, what? Oh, I got Chizuru again. Never mind. She doesn't matter. She's okay. She's okay. We got a dupe of Chizuru, and we got Renoa. That's the first time in this game I have ever gotten 2 women or 2 5-star pulls. That is crazy. I think we might be looking for some goated with the sauce type behavior here. And then we just got nothing. That's fine. However, I'm not done there. I'm not done there. We are going for Haida Marie. Haida Marie, aka the new seasonal unit, aka one of the strongest units in the game, potentially. Possibly. Maybe? I'm not sure. But does that really matter? No, no, no. No, my storage? Dude, I didn't even know there was a storage to this. Okay, just dismantle. Let's take a whole bunch of the 3-stars. Get him out of here. Bye-bye. Get him out of here. Bye-bye. Get him out of here. Bye-bye. We don't care about these 3-stars. Who cares? Not me. We're continuing. We're continuing. Okay. Wait, let's do a poll. Poll. Yep. Will I get Haida Marie without needing the coin flip? Or will I win the Haida Marie coin flip? Will I win the Haida Marie coin flip first try? Yes or no? I think I will. Not. Probably not. I will probably not. I will probably not win the Haida Marie coin flip. But I'm gonna click no. I'm gonna vote against myself because I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think it's gonna be possible for me. But you know, we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Please, please let me win the coin flip. Unless I just managed to get her before hard pity hits. Okay, we didn't get her that time. That's okay. That's okay. We've got some leeway. Will I get her? No, it's a man. It's a man. Get out of here. Get off my screen. I hate you. I immediately lost the coin flip because my first 5-star was a man. Gosh, this game hates me. This game hates me so much. Okay. At least I got it really early on. Oh my gosh. I got a man? Really? How many times have I gotten Luke as well? How many times? Let's just check. What? Okay. If we check here, I've gotten 4 copies of Luke. Oh, I hate you, Luke. Get out of here. How is that my 4th copy of him? Seriously? Oh my gosh. I lost the coin. I didn't even get to get a chance. I didn't even get a chance to go for the pity coin flip. I mean, I guess I'm guaranteed her now. But still, let's see. Will this be it? Will I get her before hard pity? Unlikely. Unlikely. I've never managed to do it before, so why would it happen now? Nope. Okay, whatever. Next time. This time? This time, it's gonna be this time. Can I get her before hard pity? That's the real question. Hello. Hello, Silent Scythe. How are you doing, man? Well, we got a lot of, Nias here, except they're useless to me. I've already got her max duped. Oh my gosh. Gambling? We're gambling. We're absolutely gambling. That's all I'm... I'm back to my roots. Did you know 99% of gamblers always stop gambling before their big win? That's where I'm at right now. Yes, it just so happens that I managed to roll the same one guy 4 times, but we don't dwell on the details. We don't get into the particulars or anything like that. Also, hello D6. How are you, man? How are you guys? Since I'm failing these rolls, how are you guys doing? Are we doing good? How was yesterday? Or how worth it? Oh! 5-star before the hard pity. Question is, how many times will I get Haida Marie? I am getting Haida Marie, right? Yes! There we go. We got her. We got her. Can I get another dupe? Is that possible? Also, I don't care about the rest of the rolls. There we go. And now, Honestly, I didn't use as much of my currency as I thought I would. I thought I would go through more, but thankfully it just gave it all to me. I was watching Soul Eater on Wako, but they detected my ad blocker. I feel like it's so crazy nowadays that websites will actively try to disparage you from using an ad blocker, and yet at the same time, you'll see, like, central government agencies saying, oh yeah, you should be using an ad blocker. Like, okay, do we not have to impose some kind of rule against these guys then? I really feel like there should be some kind of law against websites that can just impose pop-up ads and whatnot. But apparently those are exempt from it. It's fine if they harvest all of our data, but apparently it's also advised that we used ad blockers, but also it's not allowed to use ad blockers? I don't know, it seems kind of counterintuitive if you ask me. I think if anything, we should all be using ad blockers every single time, because it's all about privacy. I feel like there's a whole semblance of everything being lost as a result of not having enough privacy nowadays. I wouldn't mind the ads if they didn't redirect me to scam sites, right? It's either that or it's because they keep redirecting you to some kind of like phishing website. Like, you're really expecting me to use www.google.to or something, or google.xcom or something. Like, no way that's a real website. You're trying to scam me. That's not real. You can't do that to me. I think that has to be illegal. Stuff like that should not be allowed. Let's see. Combatants extra attacks. Using the ability gain morale or attack... Wait. Aren't these the exact same? Oh, uses an upgrader skill card. I see. You guys, okay, we were split 50-50. I mean, some of you were more hopeful for me on my first coin flip, but I'm so sorry to break this to you, but I rolled a stinky man. I rolled a stinky man instead of getting anyone good when I was rolling for Hilda Marie. So I failed that coin flip, guys. I'm so sorry to let you down. I seen a blackbird today. Oh, I was talking yesterday about how there was a bird in one of the scenes in Resident Evil 2, and I was like, man, if only D6 were here, he would have loved that bird. Maybe he would have been able to identify it, but you weren't here, man. You weren't here. So now I can only lament the fact that you weren't here. But the blackbird, what did you think of him? I don't know if you assign names. I've already asked this once or twice, but I don't know how you pick apart some of the birds and whatnot that come about. Also, let's do ego manifestation. Yoink. Yep. We'll just take all of them. I don't really care much for partners. I don't think that they make much of a difference whatsoever. But I do recall that they apparently buffed the partners as well. It's just that, I don't know. Is it really worth it? It was a male. The females are always brown, or are brown. Oh, okay. Are their calls particularly unique or stand out a lot to you? Here we go. We can do 10 on these. I'm hoping that I get a legendary partner, but I don't think I will. I don't think it's gonna happen to me. 40 extra rescues. Every 10 you're guaranteed. Upon 50 rescues, you're guaranteed to get one. Okay, so I'm 2 off for my next 10x. That's not half bad. All things considered, I think I'm pretty well within my means here. I've got a whole bunch of these moments. However, I don't know what to use them for, if I should use them on a 5-star partner or if I should go for like a combatant ego. Because I think getting maybe the combatant or the partner is best. Maybe the seasonal partner is probably one of the ones you should go for. Just because you only need one of these, I think. Because if so, then you've just got it forever. Like, a seasonal one isn't coming back until the season, so... I don't know. Either way, I think I've spent all of my currency on getting everything and whatnot. Oh, and then we've got actual money there. Never mind. And then we'll just skip out. So, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I've been playing one round of the Chaos, and it's been pretty okay. I think the Chaos this time around has a really cool aesthetic to it. really, really cool aesthetic to it. I really like the whole opera and theater vibe that it has going to it. Yeah, I mostly hear crows and sparrows. There's a branch next to my window and there's always like 20 sparrows on it. That's a lot. That's a lot. Do you try feed them through your window? Have you tried to make a little sparrow army yet? Is that something you aim for? I feel like that could be a lot of fun. Oh, actually, I haven't got a gear set. I thought that they were going to release a new memory fragment thing. Wait, let's check simulation. I thought that they were going to release a new memory fragment simulation for this, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong? Oh no, here we go. Oh, I should have probably farmed some of these. No, someone already feeds them. Yeah, but like you could... Okay, wait. Are sparrows the same in that they will just eat and eat and eat and then they'll eventually explode from having too much food in their belly? Is that how sparrows work still? Did they add a patch? Did they change how sparrows work? Do they still do that? I'm really not sure. When a passion or void attribute attack card of this unit is discarded. Ooh. Or when shield is gained through an ability, increased damage amount of counter attack. Oh my gosh! Wait, that's great. Wait, no, allies? So it doesn't apply to herself. Okay, so that sucks. I thought that was going to be crazy good for Magna. That would have been a plus 25% damage buff if that was for Magna. So you have to play Magna and another character? Oh my gosh. Why couldn't they just remove that clause? Why couldn't they remove that? Just the conditional here by allies? If we had removed that... Oh, that would have been so good. Genuinely. Though I guess that teases the next character that comes after Diana. Either way, I'm not too fond of this clause here. I get that it's for another character, but can't we remove this conditional? Really? I think it should have just been for counterattacks. We could have at least had some more certainty when it comes to Magna builds. Either way, I mean, this is very obvious for Haida Marie. So, maybe. I won't grind for this now, but just pretend that I had a bit more built of a Haida Marie. And we'll roll with that. It does seem a little bit weird that every time we get a new memory fragment set, that they decide to make it even for a seasonally limited unit. Like, that seems quite weird to me. Maybe that's just me, though, but that is a little bit odd that they would add an entirely new set for a seasonally limited character who won't be showing up again for a good while. No, I think they will stop eating. They are very adept. They are very, I think, adept with human interaction. But yeah, okay. What birds is it then? Or what birds are there that then just eat and eat and eat until they basically explode? Is that seagulls? Am I making things up? I probably am making things up because I don't know for sure and I'm just taking pot shots or trying to guess like I'm just spitballing. But I thought that was the case, that there are a couple kinds of birds that just exist that will just continuously eat and just explode at some point. I mean, at least they're not like hamsters, right? Like where you'll clap near a hamster and a hamster will just like fall over and drop dead. I don't know why. I don't know how they survive in real life, like in the wild. How did hamsters even survive the wild back in the day? Did they just like, I don't know, hear thunder and die? I'm really confused by that. Like, not to bash on the little guys. Like, they're really cute and everything. It's, oh, I forgot the potential. Oops. We'll skip because I forgot this. Yeah. This sucks. Pigeons, I think? Do pigeons do that? I'm gonna Google real quick. Do pigeons eat until their stomachs explode? I think they do, don't they? No, they don't. Okay. What bird eats until their stomachs explode? I'm pretty sure there is one. No bird does. This comes from urban legends? Wait, really? Rabbits did die of heart attacks if they hear loud sounds. Yeah, I know for that. I know hamsters do the same thing, but hamsters are like really frail. Huh. I thought there was a bird that did this, but maybe I'm thinking of a marsupial that doesn't. I'm not sure. Maybe I just... Gosh, where did I get that factoid from? Now I'm not certain of myself. Oh well, I guess I'll have to find out for next stream. I'll think to myself like, oh wow, Surely there will be something that leads me to this. Okay, so 200% to the effulgent release card, and the added damage amount for each effulgent blade in the graveyard becomes 120%. I don't even know what it is base. At the start of the battle, move effulgent compression card to hand. That's really good. At the start of the turn, gain 5 Crimson Blade. When a link card is used manually or discarded, 100%, 20% extra attack to the enemy with the highest HP. And when activated, decrease Crimson Blade by 1. 8 stacks. Well, fish do that. They will not stop eating food if available. Yes, that's it. Goldfish. Goldfish will keep eating until they just blow up. That's what it is. Yeah, if food is available. Man. They're fish, not food. They're food, but they're fish. As they do. Where on earth did the fish get their fingers? You know what I'm saying? I'm so confused about how they managed to decide on that. They were like, oh yeah, by the way, my little buddy over here, Nemo, he's got fingers. And they just decided to turn that into food. They were like, sorry, Nemo. Maybe fish evolved to lack their fingers simply because we decided to eat them all. You know, I think it's very possible. I think we haven't contemplated the idea enough that maybe fish no longer have fingers because we decided to get rid of them because they were so tasty. Little cavemen versions of ourselves decide, or well, probably not little. They were probably like big hunking gorillas or something. In terms of comparative contrast to how we are now. Decided, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to I'm going to eat all the fingers off of this fish, and they will no longer have them for the rest of their lives because they knew they were too delicious. They knew it. They knew it themselves. That, oh my goodness, these fish with these fingers on them, they're delicious. We can't allow them to exist anymore with all these fingers on their hands. So they were like, you know what? Let me take that off you. Invasive lionfish do that. They eat until they get fat and have liver disease. That is wild. I know that lionfish were very invasive, but I didn't know to what extent. But they just eat everything and blow up and die. Why is that the natural course of everything that's invasive? Yeah, by the way, my whole... my mango to blow up, then act like I don't know nobody. Ya, 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 ya. Sorry. It just reminded me of a meme. But why why is that all that they do? Fish just decide one day that they don't want to live anymore, and that's what they decide to do. They're just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna blow up after eating my fill. It's kind of like a prisoner's last meal, except they're doing it willingly. They're deciding to themselves, you know what? It's probably for the best that I just blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Who knows? Maybe it is for the best. I mean, technically they are an invasive species, so what are we really missing out on? But they still reproduce too many times for it to be any kind of positive interest or benefit to any one of us. So, yeah, nothing can eat them because of the spikes in the environment. They aren't supposed to be. Yeah. I'm not too familiar with the circumstances to it. Also, it reset my Spiral Tower Scream stuff. Lame. Anyways. Yeah, but I don't know how the defensive mechanisms of the lionfish actually work. Or what their purpose was, because if anything, or at least I would imagine, most fish have some kind of purpose, right? But goldfish and lionfish, they all seem quite lacking of purpose, to put it bluntly. I follow a guy on YouTube who hunts them and sells the meat to restaurants. Do lionfish taste good? Do they taste good whatsoever? I can't imagine that they do. To me, they don't sound like they taste good whatsoever. I would imagine that it's possible. I mean, maybe low quality. I don't know. If you were to set up an entire aquaponics farm for it, would lionfish actually be a good choice? Would you ever want to have a whole bunch of... Yes. Obtain one random normal neutral card? No, I don't want that. Would you want to have something like that in an aquaponics farm? I'm not really sure, because I've never tried lionfish myself. That guy says that they're delicious. Really now? Really? Hello, Helios. Welcome. I've gone back to my roots. I'm playing Chaos Zero Nightmare because a new season came out. We've got the new half anniversary character. I know, probably... Oh, well, it's all 4 and 4 here. We'll do this one here so I can do a question mark round. How are you doing, man? We're talking about lionfish, an invasive species of fish in the ocean and so on. Yeah, you said so yesterday. Yeah, but like for others, I'm letting others know as well. I'm letting you know, man. But I failed the coin flip and I got Luke yet again. I got Luke for the 4th time. I don't know how I keep getting him. I failed the coin flip and I got Luke. It's crazy. I just have no luck whatsoever when it comes to this game. So, even if lionfish tastes good... Oh, I think I've seen clips of this floating around, no pun intended. I think I've seen clips of that. In the resting... So, fair enough. I mean, good that he's out there, you know, farming... Or, well, not farming them. But it's kind of nuts how they even get to a point of being able to reproduce that much. Like, invasive species in general. Did you guys know that there's a giant ant war across, like, a majority of the United States? As in, there's... I think it's between 2 mega colonies of bullet ants or fire ants. Or was it soldier ants? Wait, let me check. U.S. ant mega colonies. Ant war? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. There's a super colony in the US, particularly in California, that spans over 900 kilometers. It's insane. Like, that is a ridiculous amount of space. That is like an entire plane flight. A singular super colony of ants. Across 900 kilometers. Jeez. Well, I did some research for more music-related gear and got some offers for a hair transplant. Got an offer for a motorcycle license and everything related to it. So now I'm doing a full cost spread to decide what I buy when. Wait. You did research for music gear and you got offers for a hair transplant? Wait, I'm so confused. What's the context to this? I don't quite understand. I feel like I'm missing something here. I did research for more music related. Like, were you just scam ads? Well, we were no, because he wasn't here when we were talking about ad blockers and using ads in the first place. Well, I don't think so, unless Helios decided to, like, type later and now he's deceiving me with his wily ways, which he really isn't doing. No, it's just all of the things that I want, and I got prices for all of the things that I want. Oh, okay. And I see. You got a motorcycle license, though. You've got a motorcycle? Very cool. Very cool. I've always wondered, why go for... Okay, is the choice of going for a motorcycle license more of an economics thing to you, or is it more of a coolness factor to it as well, do you think? Like, if you imagine that motorcycles were really lame, like, if you got a motorcycle license, you were only allowed to drive really fast Vespas, do you think that would have decided it for you? So I can create a plan for when I get what? Neither? What's your reason for wanting a motorcycle license, then? Is it just because of convenience, then, and to have something to drive? Driving a car has just always been so stressful to me. Really? Interesting. Is there particular reason to that? Like, is it because... Okay, I know for some people, when I think of this, that whenever they get into a car, they think of it quite literally as... You are in this really big metallic box that is essentially a tank, and you could just ram someone over. And that much I can understand as being, like, pretty scary, but is it maybe because you feel like, oh, it's very stressful to pay attention to all of the traffic, or there's so many different routes and everything that you have to take care of or have in consideration when you drive? But driving a scooter/cycle has been fun, even though I fell a bunch of times. I worry so much about falling whenever I'm on a motorcycle. Even just a regular bike, I feel like, oh my gosh, I might crash and die or something. That's what concerns me most about it, I think anyway. I had a lot of friends in high school with motorcycle licenses because you need to be 16. The car one, you need to be 18. I think that's quite common, unless I'm mistaken. I know that there's also the case where you can have, what's it called? You can have non-engine cars, where you have some kind of like really weak engine in them so that you can decrease the age limit for being able to drive those cars. I'm not sure if that's a universal thing, but then again, like, some people here just don't care. They might not check you, but also there's not really a full need for it. If you've got good public transport, then of course it's probably best to go with better public transport, right? Like, that much I can understand, but if it's really inconvenient and you live in the middle of nowhere, then yeah, absolutely I can see using a car and everything like that. I just wish that there was more public transport that necessitated less cars to be used in that sense. I simply decided that I needed a form of motorized transportation since cars are way more expensive in insurance, maintenance, gas, and are giga stressful to me, so I decided to go for the motorcycle. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. On Ravaged by Ally. Or when Ally Haste is activated. I don't know that this actually matters, so I'm gonna skip this. That makes sense to me, I think. And the reason why I say I think is because I can drive, but I've never really felt the stress for it. It's certainly expensive, but it's also a convenience to it, because if I need to transport a whole bunch of stuff, then I don't so much mind having a car. But the issue is whenever you do certain longer distances that it makes it quite difficult to transport things whenever you're using a motorcycle. Have you ever played any of the Suda51 games? No, but I do have Killer is Dead, I think the name of it was. I have Killer is Dead downloaded, or not downloaded, but like in my Steam library that I've yet to play. So I do have a Suda51 game, and I do also really like the No More Heroes. I think that's by Suda51. I've just never played it. So yeah, haven't done that. But the license got giga expensive here. For cars in general, or do you mean for motorbikes? I like how Nia plays a little riff whenever she does that. Apply linked. I don't think that's gonna matter. That's what I think. And then hero to all. Can I draw a 0 cost? Ooh, I can kind of. Yes, you play as a crazy otaku in that game. In Killer is Dead? I'm not sure what the context is to Killer is Dead. I know it's a very old game and that it's a good game, but I'm just like completely unaware of what it's about for the most part. For motorcycles, it's between 2,500 and 3,200 roughly. Oh. No, in No More Heroes. Oh, okay. Dude, I know No More Heroes simply because of the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack to No More Heroes. It's one of those cases where, like, the only reason I haven't played the game was just because of accessibility, but otherwise, I have very much been interested in playing the games. It's just, as said, never really been much of an occurrence to me that I had the chance to. So, didn't they do a port of the No More Hero games onto PC? Am I mistaken of that? Like, otherwise I'm gonna have to emulate it if I were to ever play it. No More Heroes. Yeah, okay, it's on PC now. Okay, cool. Because they, I guess, came out with a third one. Yeah, it came out a while ago. I'm just... I don't really pay attention, I gotta be honest. I don't really pay attention to most of this stuff. Draw one, and I think I'm gonna get the on-discard one for this, I think. And that's what I do. I only played No More Heroes 3 and the top-down one. The top-down one being a spin-off, I imagine, but I also don't know of the top-down one whatsoever. I only know partially about, like, the first and second one because I have, like, the main themes, I think, for both of them downloaded. Otherwise, I do not have much context as to what the stories are actually about. In a way, I thought that the story, if I were to go off of visuals alone, for No More Heroes, is that it was kind of like an Afro Samurai situation, where, like, there's a hero organization or something, hence No More Heroes, but they're all, like, killing each other for whatever reason. So, I'm not sure. Travis Strikes Again, I think, is the one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Again, very new, very fresh to the franchise and whatnot, so I gonna give an opinion. He's an assassin. He's no hero. Oh, really? Okay. So is he going around killing all of the other heroes then, or killing the heroes in general, or what's the premise to it? Again, I've quite literally only interacted with it through its music. That's as much as I know, and that's as much as I'll ever find out until I play it. Oh my gosh. I think it seems like a really cool franchise simply because I really enjoy the music. Like, if anything, the music is what makes me want to play it. I think it's the exact same thing, though, to be fair, it was a little bit different whenever I played Devil May Cry. However, point being that I think if I were to get into No More Heroes, it would solely be because of the music. So, or at least because there is music to it. He's killing all the other assassins to impress a girl? That's so based. Man, he just like me for real, kind of, perhaps, potentially. Like, even leasing a lower-end used car is like 300 plus per month than leasing costs alone. Do you mean 300 plus in terms of euros? Because it's Germany in that case? Or do you mean like 300 because you're trying to currency correct to me? Or what is this? But yeah, 300 apples, as an English teacher would say. What do you mean 300? Do you mean 300 pheasants? Or 300 cows or horses that you have to trade? Euros. Yeah, I'm teasing you, man. A motorcycle new lease is like 80 to 150, so even the additional license amortizes after 2 years tops. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Euro bucks. Euro bucks, yeah. Dollary doos, dilla dollar diddles. No, I don't know where you live, remember? Yeah, I remember. Wink, wink. I remember that you remember. Wink, wink. But thanks for the hints, of course, man. I'm never gonna, like... I'm never ever going to officially reveal where or what. Also, I don't know which one has linked applied to it. I think that's one of the downsides to this system. I don't know which cards have link applied to them. That kind of sucks. Because I thought this was bouncing on here, but it's because my hand is so full. Okay, we'll do this. Gain +3. Then we'll do linked attack. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Oh! My gosh, Haida Marie is crazy strong. I know this always happens with any one of the seasonal units, but they really do love making their seasonal units, like, just absolutely busted. I still think that, well, let's put it on Haida Marie because I want more stuff for her. I do always think that power creep in gacha games, MMOs, and whatnot is, like, kind of difficult to balance or account for, but I feel like maybe they need to create some kind of, like, utility to it, right? This is maybe a question to you guys, how you'd go about it, but if you were to, what is the way you would go about ensuring that you do not encourage power creep, but still want to get people to roll for characters, you know? I think that's why they go for it, or at least that's most likely, if not the reason why they go for it. However, I still think it kind of sucks that that's the case, you know? Like, I don't want that to be the case. I don't want them to have to power creep in order to try and incentivize me to get a new character. Though then again, this is PvE, so maybe I can excuse it in that sense. Travis Touchdown, a broken anime-obsessed otaku who buys a beam katana on an internet auction. To pay for more anime and wrestling videos, he joins the United Assassins Association and fights his way up from 11th place to become the top-ranked assassin navigating a violent, satirical world. That sounds really good. I think, that's kind of wait, okay. I just need to double-check. The Afro Samurai... The Afro Samurai franchise was based off of a similar thing, wasn't it? It was, there are ranks to the samurai, and then you wanted to take first place, but then you have to find the samurai in first place and take his headband, and then you become marked as #1 with the headband, so they chase after each other, wanting to become the top samurai, as I recall it. That's just me going off of memory for the most part, but I think so. Also, this character has no Quietus cards. I can't refresh that, though. So that sounds a little bit similar if he's wanting to become the #1 assassin, but he's not actually killing the other assassins to take his place. That's the main difference. However, at least to me, in terms of like general premise, it sounds pretty similar, kind of similar. So it sounds fun though. It sounds very fun. Oh gosh. For one turn when the card is this. Oh. Wait, does that count after or before? Oh. Before. It's a little bit unfortunate that some of the card text doesn't read in sequence. Like, if a card has linked to it, it's then after it applies. So, unfortunate. We can do this, gain 1 more AP than Swords Rain on this. Yeah, there we go. I'm at least a little bit fond of Haida Marie, but I think one of my main issues with her so far is that it kind of feels like a lot of her... She's got good card draw, she's got a lot of linkages, she's got a lot of card discard, but whenever she's playing on her own or she's got a lot of cards of her own in her hand, they don't really work out as great. I think that's why they wanted you to pair her with Renoa, but even then I feel like it's a little bit difficult to ponder how to use her properly. Maybe it's just a matter of getting used to her. My favorite song from the games is this, No More Heroes, it's Killer Begin. No, it's not. I love the title theme. Let me see if I can open this. So, one thing that I really don't like about YouTube is that they've kind of blocked all of my accounts because I use ad blockers, and they keep refusing. But even when I log in on an incognito browser, doesn't matter. They just allow me. They're just like, okay, never mind. It's just this one browser. But anytime I clear cache or whatever, it doesn't matter. I think it's probably because of like some incognito settings. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one's good. It's a little bit compressed, however. Oh, in the beginning. Never mind. My bad. I was like, oh, it's a little bit compressed. No, that's just the beginning of the song. It's such a doofus. I like it though. Very nice. I like rock songs. Maybe it's just me, but I'm very fond of like punk. Is it still considered punk rock? Is that considered punk rock? What genre is that? Is it rock or is it like grunge punk? There are so many terms for subgenres in music that it really just, I just don't know. I use uBlock Origin and no problems. Thing is, I think they've, like, blocked my account. So the one that I use to watch YouTube videos, I don't watch on this account. I'm meaning, like, on my personal ones besides this. I think all of my videos are blocked because of it. So I can't watch anything like that. I just watch on incognito, you know? I don't care at this point. The only reason I even do it is because I don't want them to track anything on me. So, no session, no data, no account, no data, nothing. Don't need it. It's all good. I could have gone for the abnormal guy here, and maybe that would have been better, but I want to get rid of ads. I always feel like whenever it comes to... this one isn't good. For one turn gain resolve, I think that's probably the best one. I was gonna say, one thing that always seems to happen whenever I play certain games where they have bosses or enemies that summon ads, like ads as in extra mobs and someone that spawn to the side of the boss, is I always go for the ads rather than the main boss, but usually they incentivize the reverse, I find. Unless the boss spawns with ads and then you have to fight the ads and the boss themselves don't spawn the ad. You know? Like, either one of those, I feel like there's a unified pattern in it, where if you do one, you kind of solve the other. So, just noticing things from my RPG days. Either way, let's see. When an attack card is drawn, 2 morale for 1 turn. I don't really want... Well, no, I can try get the discard. I played one playthrough of this earlier. Yes, this is it. When this card is discarded, activate this card. It's so good, actually. So I'm thinking I'll do this on Nia, and then I can do this also on Haida Marie. And then I'll just have 2 cards that whenever discarded, because Haida Marie will link her cards if I can get her to draw, and then when she links her cards, then I can just gain a bunch of damage, or a bunch of bonus damage. Quietus, however, Yeah, we'll do this one, then we'll do this one, but I won't have enough energy to really do the rest of it, I suppose. Oh, Soul Rift. Nice. Not really what I wanted. We will do this. I want to try to get hand cannon. Get the hand cannon in OG Resident Evil 4. Is the hand cannon like a really strong weapon, or what is there to that? I got it in the remake, but they made it easier. How so? I don't really know what the hand cannon is, but it kind of reminds me of like like one of those desert eagles, maybe? A deagle? Do they consider those? What are hand cannons considered? Because technically that's just every single handgun out there. Hand cannon Resident Evil 4. Oh, it's... Oh gosh, that's a really long barrel. Yeah, I can see why that's a hand cannon. Yeah. Fair enough, I suppose. At least for me, whenever, I think some of my personal favorites in games when it comes to weapons... I'm not gonna name, like, specific names now. I'm meaning, like... types? I've always liked the dual Berettas. Anytime I can go akimbo with a weapon, I love it so much more. Like, anytime in Halo 2 I could go akimbo, anytime I could go akimbo in Halo 3, oh my gosh, some of my favorite moments. I really love those. Even in Call of Duty, or, yeah, Call of Duty and Counter-Strike, anytime that I could do that, very nice. I really liked it. Ooh. Question is, can I get this to activate? I think I'll... Oh yes, I discarded the exact one, so now I draw 2. Never mind. Unless I don't draw 2. And now... Oh no, I draw 2. It's a little bit confusing sometimes with some of the effect order activations. Sometimes I feel like in card games, they really need to be more explicit about which order the cards are activating in for you to be able to use them or for them to work properly. And then what? This generates new cards? Yeah, here we go. So whenever this is discarded, but does that count at the end of the turn? Does she attack? Nope. Because she had mental break, so I can't even tell. Okay. Cool, so maybe next time. What do you guys think? What is everyone's favorite type of weapon to get in games? And I'm not meaning like a specific weapon by a given name. I'm meaning like, what is your favorite category of weapons? Like, if you had to go with, let's say if you had to go to a melee weapon or melee weapon and a ranged weapon, what would be your go-tos? Because I would say anything that I can akimbo or dual wield would be really fun to have as a ranged weapon. But if I'm going with melee, ooh, with melee, I kind of want to say claymore. I'm very much a claymore kind of guy. I would love just a big two-handed sword to use and swing it around as if it's the medieval ages, you know? I feel like that's a whole bunch of fun to use. In the original, you need to get 60,000 points with all characters on all maps on the Mercenaries mode? That sounds excessive. What? I'm assuming because of some of the clips that I've seen of Resident Evil, the implication here is that they have some kind of like point attack mode, right? And through the point attack mode, you then gain a certain amount of points, and then you do this on each of the maps. That's what I'm guessing. And with every single character, though, my gosh, I like the Zweihander. Yeah, that one's really cool. I really love two-handed swords. I think they're so underutilized. Maybe it's just a little bias of mine, but two-handed swords, I think we need huge hunks of metal and whatnot to just swing around, like, a majority of the time. Could just be me, but I think maybe we all agree on this. In fact, I think it's objective. You know what? Since I say it is, it is. It's objective. I think we need to be having more, like, two-handed weapons to swing around. I think... Ooh, war axes are really underrated as well. You gotta admit, war axes, super duper underrated. They're hardly ever brought up most of the time, I think. And I think they're really cool. So, we should get more. Straight or curved swords? Okay. Contextually, if this is in real life, curved. Curved swords always work better. They are so much more vicious than any straight-handed sword. In terms of, like, historical efficacy. And I kind of think the same with spears and so on, but spears are a little bit of an exception because those were mainly used by armies. and so on. Or I guess whenever they were fighting cavalry. But yeah, I would say curved in real life situations, but honestly I like straight swords more whenever I'm thinking of real life scenarios or fantasy ones. Because, I don't know, there's something cooler about having a straight sword. Or maybe it's plain now. Maybe it's plain. If I could pick any shape for a sword, I think I would go like tri-tip. But aren't tri-tip swords and daggers like banned by conventions? Are tri-tip daggers illegal? I think they are, right? Local laws? Okay, I have no clue. It's legal. Oh, okay. I thought tri-tip daggers were or knives were outlawed because of how much damage that they could deal. How about you guys, though? Or how about you, D6? Do you prefer straight or curved ones? Since you've mentioned the Zweihander, I think I'm gonna assume that you like curved ones, but at the same time, it's very much an exception, right? Because it's very zigzaggy, it's very wibbly wobbly, which makes it a little bit different, right? It's not the exact same thing in that case. But I suppose it is, like, even though it's an exception, it is still kind of curved. If it's straight, it would be straight all the way throughout, but if it has one curve, then it's curved. So I would say that it is a curved blade of some sort. I can at least see in that sense that, oh yeah, I agree, I like the Zweihander, but oh, actually, if I could go with any weapon and I had to live in the Middle Ages, I would absolutely say a mace. I love maces. Maces are so underrated as well. They're so good. Straight? On it? Really? European swords are katanas? Oh, the weeb in me. The weeb in me wants to say katanas because they look so cool, but they are so flimsy and they break really easily, and against knights, they do not stand a chance. Also, the amount of training that you would need to properly wield a katana is like immeasurably more in most circumstances than you would ever need for something like a claymore. At least with like a mace, I can just blindly swing and bash, and that would deal like a lot of damage. But with a katana, you have to always consider like the direction, the strength of the swing, what it is you're cutting through. With a mace, I'm just wondering if you're gonna survive with the amount of concussions I give you. Like it doesn't really matter at all at that point. So for that reason, I like to pick the mace, or at least European swords in that case, if I have to pick between the two. It's just way more general, you know? Like, what can I say? What can I say? What do you think? Would you, because I feel like even then, that's a little bit of a categorization. Like, would you rather go for every single European sword, or would you rather go for katanas? Like, yeah, katanas are technically a category because you have different lengths of blades and so on, but when it comes to European swords, I mean, you've got a lot. You've got a lot. I would say even rapiers would, like, everything from rapiers to short swords to, like, sabers and, like, literal sabers, not saber from Fates, would count. I like halberds. Halberds are also really underrated. I remember using a halberd build in Dark Souls 2. I was one of those guys. I just loved spinning around like a little ballerina. I was basically Dancer of the Boreal Valley before Dancer of the Boreal Valley even existed. That was me. That was me. My gosh. Oh, halberds are so good. But pointed halberds, again, halberds are like a weird combination between being some kind of war axe or a battle axe, but only one-sided and being on a pole. If anything, polearms as a whole are super-duper underrated, even though polearms have probably historically been some of the strongest weapons of all time. Am I wrong about that? Maybe I am. Maybe there's a historian here that can just, like, correct me and say, actually, Auger, they were not some of the most powerful ones. It was actually this really specific name of a weapon, and if we're even going by legendary myth, then there are a whole bunch more that aren't halberd or aren't any kind of polearms or spears or anything. And I'm like, okay, man. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of mythology and everything surrounding everything but spears. Like what? You've got Gaebolg, and that's like one of the few legendary or mythical swords that came as a result for polearms or halberds, or not halberds, polearms or spears. But everything else, I mean, there's what, like Excalibur, Durandal. I don't know why that's the only thing that I can mention right now. I'm kind of blanking. Famous swords. I would also guess that katanas kind of count as well. You've got... let me Google his famous swords in mythology. Why can I only name 2 right now? Didn't you have, like, Morgan as well? Let's see. Yeah, you've got Excalibur, Durandal. Oh, Graham! That's true. Graham, and you've got, let's see, Kusanagi. Oh, you've got... Well, no, Muramasa is more of a video game one. I don't know about that. Ragarak. Yeah, Ascalon, that's true. Harp. Yeah. There are a whole bunch of different, like, really famous mythological swords, but for polearms? I don't know. I think you'd struggle. To be honest, 2 of those that I've listed in total, the one I know, or 2 of them I know are from, like, Celtic mythology, so that's a little bit different, but... Oh well. Each time a card is created, 20+% damage amount. Ooh. Ooh. When 2 cards are discarded through an ability by ally... Ooh. Ooh. Is this worth... Oh wait, no, I've already got that. Let's go for this one, then. Yeah. Gosh, this is such a good set for Haida Marie. Have you seen Plançon à Picot? I love that thing in Half Sword. No, I've not seen this before. Wait, let me Google this. Omelette du fromage. Oh wait, I have seen this. I didn't know that was the name of it though. Yeah, I've seen this in Mountain Blade Warband. That's what it's called. I don't know, I always had these guys, these peasants running up to me with this kind of weapon, and they were like, I want to take all your gold from your army of 100+ people. And it's like 8 peasants running up to me. I'm like, are you serious, man? You really want to go after me? Gosh, yeah, I remember Plançon à Picot showing up. Yeah. They're kind of weird though, aren't they? They're like nailed sticks, mostly. Increased chance for cards to spark an epiphany in battle. Ooh, that one seems really good. I don't mind that one. That one seems like a really good one to have. Anything that gives me more epiphanies. I feel like that's one of the things that the Fates could have focused more on was how many rewards you get at the end. So like instead of... Actually, I really like that. Gotta say, that's a good thought that they had in the dev team. I'm appreciative of it. That you can instead choose fates that don't buff you, but that make things stronger. Or your rewards better, I mean. Or your cards better at the end. Very true. If you had to pick one mythical sword to bring back from the past, or from fantasy, or from fiction, which one would you choose, D6? Do you think you would choose, like, I don't know, a famous Plançon à Picot sword or some kind? I don't know what to call this. Is it a sword, or is it just like a, is it considered a mace? What would you call it? It's a bat of some kind. But I don't know what category of weapon you'd put that in. Like, I think, ooh. I kind of want to choose the one with Lord of the Rings, the one that tells you if you're in danger or whatever. But then again, there's probably some more really busted swords, like if I took Reinhardt's sword from ReZero. But like, okay, maybe not those, but let's just take like mythology in general. Then maybe I'll go for, ooh. Maybe I'll go for like Graham? Specifically because it can kill dragons, but I don't know if that's going to be like an issue in my life if I were to bring it into modern day. Like, how many dragons am I actually going to kill in modern day that I would require Graham? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But either way, I think it would be pretty cool to have some kind of like mythical sword. I could be like, look guys, I've actually got it. And they wouldn't believe me because they're like, okay, prove it's actually the sword. And they would say, go kill a dragon then. And I can't kill a dragon. There's no one, there's none here. Like, I've kind of shot myself in the foot with that one, you gotta admit. Like, there's not much getting out of me for that one. Which kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. But at least I know. At least I know that's the case. Which one would you pick, though? If you could pick any mythological sword, like real mythology, which one would you pick? 50% fixed damage? We will shuffle, I think. I just need a heal at the end of my turn. I need to get rid of this guy. Also, I don't really use ego skills. I barely use my ego skills. Which is quite bad, if I'm being honest. I probably should. So, we'll create 2 effulgent blade. And then we'll stab him with this. And hopefully... Okay. Oh! That got rid of him. Very nice. Let me think. Please, do feel free to. Because I think I would probably go for that one. But Excalibur as well. Because Avalon has a whole bunch of regenerate... Like, if I'm getting the Scabbard as well, and I'm getting Excalibur, and I'm getting Avalon... Oh my gosh, that's like a really busted combination. I've got, like, passive healing, and I've got the Lady of the Lake on my side. Oh my gosh. Actually, yeah, I'll just go with Excalibur. I'll go with Excalibur. Unless, I don't know, I look into Gilgamesh's treasury when he collected all of the ancient artifacts and so on, and he's got, like, something busted that I just haven't thought of. Like, I don't know, binding chains or whatever that were meant to bind down the gods. So... Who knows? Who knows? I think, ooh, increase credits. Yeah, let's do this one. Oh. Do not show again. Can't I speed this up, the dice rolls? Oh gosh, I'm gonna fail like everyone. Oh no! Third tries the charm. Third tries the charm. And to be reasonable about this as well, like, even if it does show up in Fate, I would still probably pick some of the Fate weapons and whatnot. Like, some of them are really good if I'm picking them out. Like, a lot of them, because of their noble phantasms just being, like, legendary weapons and whatnot, I feel like I could name a couple. If I got the abilities that the sword was going to give me from ancient mythology, I would be so well off. It's unreal. Unreal Engine. When a card is discarded... Ooh... Yes, we can do that. That's really good, actually. Then we can do this. I'm kind of curious how much damage this is actually doing. And then we draw 3 and then we discard... No, we can't. I really need more duplicates of Nia's cards so that I can discard more. Do I have to choose a weapon? What are you thinking? Are you thinking, like... You might want to choose some kind of tool instead if you could bring anything like from mythology? Or how are you interpreting this? The Holy Grail and the chalice used by... You can't pick something like that. That would be crazy. Okay, no, you have to pick a weapon. You can't pick anything like this because the Holy Grail, you could just like grant yourself wishes. I mean, that's why Monty Python was looking for it. I'd rather go for the Elixir of Life or the Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth would be so cool. In fact, that's why I'm still as young as I am. That's why I sound like a little boy who who still hasn't had anything to do with puberty. But it's not a weapon. Yeah. Unfortunate, but you're gonna have to pick a weapon. Gonna have to pick a weapon. Decibel for each cost of those cards. Yet again, adds. Man. So, okay, I'll wait until the ads are gone to continue with that for Helios. I'm just gonna drink some tea in the meanwhile. And cause I want to ask something about the ads when he's back. Okay, well there's 30 seconds. I mean we still got ads. Poor Helios. Yet again. We'll do this card combo. I'm still trying to learn with what the best card combination is with how I want to try to activate Effulgence, or whatever it's called, more reliably. It's always a shame that whenever I try go for some of these builds that attempt to remove a lot of cards, my gosh, the amount of credits it requires, you really do just have to sell all of your equipment to get this to work. It's just not feasible otherwise. Okay, back now with without the ads. What I was going to say, or what I was going to ask, because I have the option Helios, and now I'm curious of what your personal opinion, your take is on this. I have the ability with ads to... I've tried to reduce the amount of ads to as minimal as I can do. So I've got 3 minutes of ads per hour, which is unfortunate, right? The lowest I can do is 30 seconds, but then it does pre-roll ads, which is not something that I want to do. So I have to do 3 minutes, otherwise every time someone opens the stream, it has to run 30 seconds. And I know that one is actually really bad for, what's it called? Retention rates. So I'm curious if you think it would be bearable or not. Like, I don't know how... Oh, gosh. Wait, what? I just changed the slider so that I could see how this works, and now it's changed my ads to being 3 minutes? Oh my gosh, what are we doing here, Twitch? I didn't mean to do that. I was just dragging the slider for fun. Jeez. Okay. Maybe I have to run one again. Zeus's Thunderbolts? That... I don't know if that counts as a weapon. That's more like his ability, right? Right? I don't know about that. Like, maybe. Honestly, I'm thinking as I play Hilda Marie that maybe... Oh, you can check Epiphany... Okay, you can't check Epiphanies. What a great screen. Yeah, anyways, I was gonna say, I'm wondering what the Epiphanies I can do for this are, because this costing 2 is super bad. But I know that whenever it's discarded to activate it, it's just that Nia, I've not got enough stuff to discard hands. Zeus's Thunderbolts, though. That seems really unwieldy, though. Because what's... Okay, if you were to wield Zeus's Thunderbolts, how exactly is that going to work? Like, are you going to throw a physical, like, glass case of a Thunderbolt, and somehow that creates lightning wherever it lands? It's... I'm not sure otherwise, because then you would have to do a whole bunch of stuff for it, right? You would have to ensure you don't accidentally crack it or break it in your hand. And then you would also have to make it weak enough to break on impact anywhere. I think you could change it to run 1 instance of ads per hour. I'm so bothered more by the amount of interruptions, but since they are already like 1.5 minutes or more on average, I'd rather sit 3 minutes of ads once in one... Okay, maybe I can do that. Let's see. 1 sit of 3 minutes of ads. Okay, so ad length and frequency. We'll do a 3-minute ad break. Yeah, okay, we can do that. 3-minute ad break per 1 hour. Let's see if I can change this. Advanced settings. First ad delay. We'll do it 1 minute. So after it just... Oh, I can set a manual delay. Okay. Auto snooze ads during high engagement moments. I don't know how that works. Ad-free viewing. Allow subscribers to watch without ads. Yeah, of course. Enable or disable ad notifications only visible to me. Stream manager notification. Okay, I can actually set a chat notification for ads when they're about to start as well. Unless, well, we'll see. We'll see. I've now changed some of the ad settings. Now it should be 1 3-minute ad every hour. Thank you for telling me this, by the way. 1 3-minute ad per hour, and now I think it sends a chat message so that you guys will be aware whenever an ad is about or going to happen. I hope. I hope. We'll have to see if that's the case, but now it should be for the better. Bye-bye. Was it Effulgent Blade? What are they called? What did she call them? They're called, like... Effulgent Blade. That's not a word I see coming up a whole lot, I gotta be honest. Here we go, Thread of Light. Activate all linked cards in hand without discarding them. That is a nuts, crazy one. If 3 or more linked cards are in hand, triple the damage. Ooh. I think we'll do we'll do this one, right? Because Link would probably work best here. I don't know. It's really hard to gauge what the best cards are with Hilda. Yeah, Hilda Marie. I still need to kind of work that out myself a little bit. Also, now that I've changed the settings for it, it's now not allowing me to run a 1 minute 30-second ad. I wonder if that's intentional or not. Maybe it's just because of stream changes. What powers would you like? I want luck manipulation like Domino from Marvel. I would say the exact same thing, honestly. That is such a crazy ability, it's not even funny. That way I could also win every single time I go to a casino or some kind of gacha. I was either going to say, like, luck manipulation or face manipulation, because those two are crazy, but let's say that we can do this, like, monkey's paw thing, right, where we pick what superpower we go with, and then we have other people ruin it. If you go with luck manipulation, I think the downside to it should be you can only affect, people's luck when they're 100 kilometers away from you or something like that. So you can't affect yourself and you can't affect anyone within 100 kilometers around you. I think that would be pretty funny. Otherwise, for myself, if I had to pick something that wasn't super duper overpowered, I still really like fate manipulation as one of them. But maybe the ability to, like, transport or teleport between worlds? Domino's power is that she takes other people's luck. Like, everyone dies around here. Oh, I thought hers was luck manipulation in terms of determining what her luck was, as in being extremely lucky or not. I guess if she's taking luck, does it ever wear off? So, and the reason why I ask this is because I don't know if you guys have read Lord of the Mysteries, but there is an entire, like, class to it because it's got a little bit of an RPG system going on that works in tandem with this whole luck is a skill kind of thing. So, for instance, you accumulate a certain amount of luck per day, and as a result of your luck, you can, like, survive disastrous consequences. And I think that's a cool way of going about it, that you have a limited amount of luck that is created per day that you then accumulate and use or expend in order to survive disastrous circumstances. I think that's a pretty cool way of going about it. But maybe that's just me. It's got some other cool features, but I don't know. If you guys were to ever read it, I don't want to spoil it for you because it is so good. It is so good. I love Lord of the Mysteries. What a crazy good book series that is. Triple the damage. My gosh. She does crazy amounts of damage. That's nuts. I just want vampirism. When you say you just want vampirism, do you mean you want the ability to drain life force, or do you want, like, everything that comes with being a vampire? Because that sounds like it would suck, if I'm being honest. No need for other drawbacks? Yeah, you could just stay inside all day, and then you wouldn't have to suffer from any of it. Very true, very true. Never go outside. However, you look like what is it called? The Nosferatu from Vampire the Masquerade? Nosferatu, Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, you look like the Nosferatu from Vampire the Masquerade if you go with your vampirism. That's the only downside. Whoops, sorry. Lol. Bye-bye. Unfortunate. For something impossibly good to happen to her, something impossibly bad has to happen to someone else. Yeah. While I kind of get that, at the same time, does she accumulate it permanently? No, I just want the eternal youth, and the wound healing is also quite neat. Yeah, but then you're also going to have to consider that if you become a vampire, you're going to need to consume blood, and eventually you might be found out as a result of it, right? Like, wouldn't that kind of hamper or put a damper on things? No? Just, she doesn't accumulate, like, so she uses it once and then something as a result has to happen? Is that how it works? So if she said, okay, well, I've got this really impossible situation that I need to try figure a way out of, there's just no way to get out of it? I'm not entirely sure if I'm getting this. Like, if I choose this one really good thing to happen, now suddenly something really bad is gonna happen. So if the world just barely misses an asteroid or a giant meteor colliding with the Earth, then something equally bad is gonna happen. I feel like that's already a massive drawback. Yeah, that's why the sun thing and needing to drink things are the drawbacks, so I'll just take that as is. Yeah, but Hocus Pocus, I turn you into a Nosferatu type vampire. So, sucks to suck. I suppose that's just how things are now. Let's see. Increase the cost of one. I still need more stuff on this, but oh well. We're gonna see if I can even survive this. Some woman. What? Okay. You can say that some women like the Nosferatu, but at the same time, you can also argue that there's someone for everyone. You know, there's someone for everyone. Hello, guys. Hello, Virgil. No problem for being late. You don't have to apologize for that. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? That's unfair. I already have 2 major drawbacks, and you're giving me another one? Too bad, Helios. Too bad. I may be the monkey paw user here, but you've caused me to do this yourself. I told you that I'd be adding a drawback to it. I'm watching the new Invincible season. How is it? I keep seeing people on like my timeline for whatever complain that the animation is bad, but I think my main issue with what's it called? With Invincible is rather that the power scaling feels really inconsistent. Protein tubes with white sauce? What? I made a steak? What are you guys talking about? What? Okay. 200% damage amount to the next 2 effulgent blades. Create 2. Acquire this. Draw 1. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. A steak? We can be bees. Sea salt. What? I need you, sea salt. Oh, while you were on topic of animation, how is your Bakuman and Blue Period journey going? Oop. Yeah, I mean, I'm on episode 8 of Bakuman. I've not started Blue Period yet, but I will. I promise. I will start Blue Period. I will do it in time for Sunday, okay? I promise that much. I promise that I will have read, like, all of the Blue Period chapters that I need to for whatchamacallit, for Sunday, when we do the Animanga Club. I need you, Sea Salt. Where is Omni-Man? Where is he? I don't know. What will you have? What will you have after 500 years, Mark? What will you have? I love you, Dad. I got my own debit card, by the way. Congrats! Congrats! Wait, I feel like you mentioned this during one of the Resident Evil streams. We were talking about this one time, you being able to have the purchasing power. You, Dad. I'll have you. And then he cries, and then he flies through the air into space with his divine bakery, or his what are they called? Vitruvian? No, what are they called? Viltrumite. His Viltrumite bakery passing him by. Very true, very true. Not many people know this. Last week, I got it today. Are you sure? Yes, I'm certain we spoke of this during a Resident Evil stream. I don't think you mentioned that you had exactly had it, just that you had gotten it but not received it. Like you had ordered or you had gotten it, as in terms of like you had not procured it, but rather that you had ordered it. Maybe. Again, this is like, I'm not 100% sure. I just remember that we've had this conversation about whether or not. By the way, Omni-Man's suits is blue and red, not white and red. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I don't believe you for a single moment there, D6. Why do you say that? It's blue and red, not white and red? I think you're making things up. This is sounding like the blue and white dress with the yellow gold, or the golden gray or golden black or whatever dress that we had in like 2016. That meme. You need to order a debit card. I just got mine automatically. I thought that was the same. You open up a bank account and then they give you some way to actually use the bank account. It's red and white. That's what I was thinking. You need to make a billing account, then wait for the card to be made. I think I got mine upon opening up my my account when I needed it. Ooh, when the card is created? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I don't need any of these. I don't think any of these are good. Mine is just attached to my regular bank account. Exactly. I just got mine for my, or well, I don't have one for my savings. I have, like, split up a bunch of my resources into different things. Just because I like to be neat with it, so that I know exactly what I'm using each one for. But yeah, that's fair to me at least. 40% damage to Quietus cards of this unit. She uses a whole bunch of Quietus cards, doesn't she? I think that's probably for the best. So then we want to try and get that to be a Quietus on discard. And I think that would probably be for the best. And you know what? We'll reduce this to credit so that I can have more to re-epiphany? Maybe? I think we'll do that. If you guys had $1 billion that you need, like $1 billion US dollars, not Zimbabwean, not dollary dues from Australia. If you had $1 billion United States dollars and you had to spend it all in one day without investing it into some kind of liquidity or stock or buying like, I don't know, some kind of real estate, what would... Gamble it all. Okay. I mean, okay, without gambling it as well. Without gambling it. You have to spend $1 billion all in one day or you lose it. What are you going to do to try and spend all of it? Again, you could buy like tons and tons and tons of food. You can buy like a giant super mansion. You can buy like, I don't know, an entire data center to yourself or one giant supercomputer. What are you guys building? What are you guys building with it? Because I don't know about myself, but I think that I would probably want to build like my own big supercomputer, and I would train a whole bunch of like specialized little chatbots so I can pretend to have the voices in my heads be real. Or I would spend all of that money making Chobits become real. Triple world hunger? That's not something you can gamble on. You can... Oh yeah, I'm gonna bet everything that world hunger doesn't happen. And it's like, sorry sir, the results are in. It was actually red. Oh no, double or nothing. And now you've got triple the world hunger. Oh my gosh, true. Can I buy a house for my own, but just not as an investment, as in a bunch of real estate? If you buy one gigantic house or something, yeah, that's fine. Like, would you just buy $1 billion worth, US dollars worth of houses then in that case? I mean, maybe. I would have like a really big house and then I would have my supercomputers and then I would just like invest all my money into researching both monster girls and robot maids. Oh my gosh. You know how much time robot maids would save in like folding laundry, in cleaning the house, in taking care of household chores? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It is nuts. It's nuts. The amount of time and money you'd save? Ooh. Right? Crazy. I don't know, make a mansion in the woods with death robots patrolling it. Death robots? Ghost! And then you've got, like, Scooby-Doo and the gang just showing up one day, and they're like, who's behind this? And it's just, it's literally a robot. It's made to scare people. And he's like, Scoob, I don't know if we're meant to be out here. Yeah, exactly. Well, if I could rent them out, then yeah, I'd have like 5% of 1 billion as an indefinite yearly income. I feel like if you spend everything all in one go... Ooh, but actually, what if I made like a super bunker? What if I made a super bunker where I just have like absolutely everything? I pour a whole bunch of money into this one bunker. I'm fine living underground. I mean, it is like internally not... I was going to use the word refrigerated, but that's not what I'm trying to say. It's... Oh, what do you call it when it's regulated? Is it regulated? Is it just regulated? It's temperature regulated whenever you're underground. So, I mean, already off to a good start. I'm closer to water. I could probably harvest geothermal energy. I could live underground and people wouldn't know. I'd literally be a hobbit. I'd be a hobbit. That's what I'd do. Oh my gosh. Yes. Robot maids, you say? You mean as in the one they buy in Rick and Morty? No, I was thinking more like... I was thinking more like my Anyweeb stuff. Let's see. Wait. Are the robots in Chobits technically... Oh no, they're just like person comms. Never mind. I'm just thinking like... Some of the models from Chobits, because they're really cute. They could just like be a maid and just do household chores, and I think that would be perfectly fine. Well, after the 1 billion, where do you get the money for maintenance and power? Okay. We're focusing on the wrong part of the hypothetical here. I'm just okay, fine. Everything that you buy with all of this money, the maintenance for it is all free now. Except if you were deciding to rent it out and use it to earn a profit. If you are using it to earn a profit, it no longer is free. Now you have to begin paying the costs and the upkeep and everything for that. However, if you are buying something solely for personal use, the upkeep, the maintenance, everything like that, all free. That's the caveat to it. I think so anyway. I think that's a pretty good one. You gotta admit that's a pretty good caveat. Let's see. How far into the map am I? Okay, I've got a little bit left. I think I can gamble my time trying to remove or get an epiphany or something like that. We'll do this one. So yeah, giant supercomputer, some way to gene splice a whole bunch of what's it called? Oh, crushed angel feather. When ally link cards are used, increase action count. Okay. I could do that. Wait, who doesn't have armor? Ooh, we could put this on... No. Oh, duplicates. Yes. We're gonna duplicate. Duplicating is the best one. And then we're gonna duplicate you, Hilda Marie. Quietest Draw 3? Honestly, Quietest Draw 3 is crazy good. Just in general. And then apply linked? Yeah, we're doing that. We're gonna do that, because then you have a whole bunch. And because you've got a... Oh, that's what you're kind of going for. You want a whole bunch of draw cards into attunement, into all of that. Also, the next ad is coming up, just so you're aware. It didn't post it in chat. I thought that it would post it in chat, but it doesn't. So the next ad is coming up, but I think it's only going to be 1 minute 30 seconds, and then actually by the time I've already ended stream, it's going to be yet another ad, so I think we're fine on this. Scientifically engineering catgirls? Yeah, because if I can't transport like any of this from the other world or another world, then I'm going to have to make them myself. I'll take it into my own hands. I will become a creator of sorts, and I will say to myself, well, I've got to ensure that monster girls come into existence, so I need to ensure that, as well, I do so or go about it ethically. So, if we're gonna do that, I think that's the way to go about it, you know? I don't think it's that bad of an idea. I don't think so. Well, I do think, a lot of the time, a man who does nothing but think has nothing but his thoughts, or however the saying goes. So... Oh, I should probably... Wait, if I... No, it's if one is discarded, right? So I want to use... this one. Yeah? Okay, and that uses all of those. Then I will use Adagio. And we'll get rid of this. Wait, draw... Oh, draw 3 link. Yes, don't mind if I do. And then, now if I... This feels like really big brain, actually. If I do that, that did not trigger... Oh, but I can do mute accent. Please discard that. Now it draws. It drew, and it... Yes! Oh, what crazy combos you can make with this. Actually, I'm really happy with how Hilda Marie works. Okay, so you say, I'd build a floating bunker resistant to waves in some way, unlimited internet, and its own internal aquaponic farm for food production, and I'd invest the rest into the science of lifespan. Oh, I forgot energy production and the water filtering system. Okay, so when I mean bunker, we were talking about aquaponics earlier when we were talking about, what's it called? Invasive species. So reason why I bring this up is because that is like exactly what we were talking about, kind of. We were talking about invasive species and whether or not those fish that just eat everything, lionfish, or even if it's like goldfish, maybe goldfish don't even taste good, but just for the sake of it, for like lionfish or whatever, if they taste good and you just have a whole bunch of them, just eat as much as possible, are they actually good for aquaponics? Have you looked into aquaponics? What's like the best fish? I know that usually, do you go for crayfish or you go for prawns and whatnot when you make or set up aquaponics, and then you have like, I don't know, lettuce or something that's really quick and really easy to grow, because then you get a couple heads of lettuce. But a whole aquaponics setup, yeah. Plus, if you have an underground bunker, or maybe if you're just in a bunker in the middle of nowhere, you survive any zombie apocalypse that comes about. But I'm thinking that if I've got my bunker underground, then at least I can always come up to the surface so that I could be like, hi guys, how many years has it been? I can be that one scene with, oh gosh. Why am I forgetting his name now? I was just thinking of it. The guy from Jumanji that got stuck inside the board game. How am I forgetting this now? He's so famous. He plays Genie from the Aladdin movies. And Robin Williams. That's it. I can't believe I forgot his name. Oh, shame on me. Shame on me. Okay, we get rid of this guy because he's gonna hurt a lot. And that should be good. Also, ad starts in 15 seconds, so we'll see if this one lasts 3 minutes. If so, then we'll just take a little bit of a tea break. I think that's what we're gonna have to do now from now on as well. That anytime this happens, we're gonna have to take a little bit of a tea break. With the whatchamacallits. With all of the ads showing up. So, let's see. Moment of truth. Moment of truth now with the ads. I need more healing on this build, I think. Oh, I can discard... I think for... if you release goldfish into ponds, they eat everything. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm wondering if invasive species are good to have? Maybe? I don't really know. Are invasive species better to have in terms of aquaponics because they just eat anything and everything? I think for fish, I'd use shrimp, salmon, and mackerel. Healthy, delicious, and sweetwater fish. Yeah, I really agree with salmon because, man, salmon are so delicious. I love salmon. Sorry, little buddy, you taste way too good for me to pass up on you, you know? And for that reason, I would probably do that. But, Oh, okay, wait. This is such a crazy goated combo that I can do here. Okay, now I've got a chat notification. It's 1 minute 30 seconds, so it's not as long as I thought. That's not half bad. That's not half bad. And then this one, I'll just discuss the game before I get back to the topic and whatnot, so people who are in the ad break aren't missing much of the conversation. I think for this, I'll use mute accent because it's highest cost. Then that activates, then it creates 2 effulgent blades, which then have 200 plus bonus damage. Oh, never mind. I really like the combination between Nia and Haida Marie. They're really good. Heal when discarding a card. Ooh, okay. I'm getting some ideas of what it is you kind of want to do. Apply retain. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Or whatever. Sorry, I'm just making dumb noises now as I'm reading this. Applying retain to this could be pretty good if I want to try combo this off of Nia, because then I can hold it in hand for whenever I need to pick up 2 more of Heidegard's cards. Plus 40% damage amount to attack cards. My ads are already over? Oh. It says that you've still got 10 seconds for me. What are you doing, Helios, exactly? How are you getting through my ads so quick? Why are you not giving me like 5 more cents of money watching them? Why are you not watching them all the way through? I hope you're not skipping that. I don't care, man. Good that they're over faster. As said, I feel like it's a little bit of a shame that I can't turn ads off without losing the affiliate thing. I like all of the channel points and all of the ways that you can like interact and so on with the ability to do so, but then it requires having ads. I feel like that's the only downside of it, because otherwise I would love to have those features and just have like the subscriptions, no ads or whatever instead, because I mean, it feels a little bit, it feels like a lot to have ads whatsoever. So plus 30% damage amount to attack cards when the count on the attack card is 2 or more, negative 10% damage amount for each target. It's not actually that bad. This is like a net positive overall. So not bad, but I think we're going to... is it better to just remove this? Because she doesn't have attack cards specifically. Yeah, we'll just remove this and we'll take the credits. Man, still no Neon. Yeah, she shows up on Thursday. Thursday is whenever we have, whatchamacallit, the updates with Neon in Nikke. So we'll see then for the half anniversary and that. It's so funny that now they're like both half anniversaries on Chaos Zero Nightmare and on Nikke at the same time. Blah 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 blah. Epiphany to 1 card. Echoes of the Past. When this card is drawn, apply linked to a rent. That's not bad. I actually like linked. 2 cards to... Oh, wait. 1 select... Oh, okay, it's random. Yeah, we're gonna take this one. I want to force this. I had another 1.5 minutes like 30 minutes ago. Yeah, I've changed it now. So the next 3-minute ad is actually going to happen after I end the stream. So from next stream onwards, it's going to be 3 minutes, and then we're going to begin taking like tea breaks or whatever when ads happen. So don't worry about it. I know that it sucks that it's happening now, but I assure you that this won't be the case in future streams. Never got an ad while watching you, maybe because we are different regions. You are... Oh, no, you're not. What? Oh, you... Wait. Yeah, what? It might be. But, different regions... Maybe it's because of your ad blockers? Probably. I think it's probably because of your ad blockers in that case. But, if you've got sub status, you shouldn't see them either. I don't know what the badge on your name is for low. I don't know what low means or whatever that is. Okay, so treat it as a common card, draw 1 common card. Is that actually good to weaken to all enemies? I don't really know. I think I would... I'll do this one. We'll treat it as a common card and then we can draw a common card, and then I would love to duplicate that at the end. And then you could just draw it over and over and over again. No, the banner is already up. I just didn't pull her. Oh, wait, her banner is already up? Wait, really? Wait, now I need to check. I'm gonna open up Nikke. Maybe it started today. Oh, it did start today. Well, well, well. You know what? I'll do my 1 free daily claim in Nikke. I didn't get her. Okay, whatever. I'm, honestly, I gotta say, I do not care enrolling for Neon, so I'm probably just gonna ticket her. Neon. And I've already got my Maxim Prismed Star Anise, so doesn't matter. I managed to do it in like 700 pulls, 720 pulls or whatever it is. No, just 700. Yeah, just 700. I'm just checking here. 700 pulls I managed to get fully maxed out in these, which was pretty nice. Pretty nice. I'm on phone, no ad blocker. I'm not aware of how that works. In that case, very curious. It's my luck, bro. Yeah, it is. It is your luck. Somehow, you just do it. You just do it, D6, and it works out for the best. Well, not half bad in that case if you're not getting ads. I mean, at least I would hope that it increases or improves your viewing experience as a result, you know? So let's see. When this card is drawn, apply link to a random card in hand, and because it's done it twice, you know. Fair enough. But actually, this is really good, because now that discards, now that's activated my persona! True. And then we do hero to all, because I want to trigger the epiphany. Draw 1, apply link to quietest cards in this hand for this turn. Draw 2 attack cards of this unit. Oh, wait, can't I minimize this? I want to see what I have in my hand. Oh, I can't see what I have in my hand right now. Good night. Good night, Virgil. Have a wonderful, or well, not rest of your day. Have a wonderful night. Hope you have a good sleep. I want one of her copies so I can 3-star her with pities. That's fair. You can get a whole bunch more tickets and whatnot from the event because we're still going to get a part 2, so you've got plenty of time, man. I would say you do not have to worry about it. You will eventually get her if you just keep playing regularly, since we're going to have a whole bunch more rolls and summons to go off of. I'm really lucky for useless things, like I keep getting gifted subs on Twitch and YouTube, and I keep winning cups and bowls at those promotions. That's kind of funny. That's kind of crazy as well, but, you know, I mean, if you're lucky, no need to hate on the luck, I suppose. And then we'll just get rid of that. I really do not like how much damage some of these guys are dealing. Oh my gosh! Wait, what? He was able to multi-hit me there? I do not have a lot of healing. We'll do this. This is like my only healing that I can get through ego skills and whatnot. Man, I feel like I just get mine and all of D6's ads as well. You probably are. Oh my gosh, thank you, Helios. Someone had to do it. D6, he's taking the ads for you. How does... It's unfortunate, but you know, at least someone's taking the burden of responsibility when it comes to all of the ads that are showing up. Maybe you took some for Virgil as well, and that's why you got it? Who knows? Well, part 2 is also up. Yeah, it just came out. I cannot wait to read it. I really, 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 really want to read it. Oh my gosh. I love Nikkei's story events. I'm really curious because I'm waiting to read this one to see, is it going to tackle present day or is it going to tackle what happens in the past? I'm not sure, but I so want to find out. What should I remove? Should I remove, like, time acceleration? I feel like it's not really helping me out here. Honestly, the Echoes of the Past isn't half bad because then I can make it riff off of some of my Quietus cards or whatever. So, draw 1, select 1 cards in hand, move them on top of the draw pile. That could be pretty good, actually. Oh, wait! I don't want to put on Haida Marie. That doesn't seem that good. Let's deck out... I need a weapon. That's what I need for Nia. Oh, Mask of Emotion. That's the new one. When attacked, 2 residents to the attacker 3 times per turn. On discard, 80% extra attack, then decrease resonance by 1. Ooh. They need more stuff for counterattacks. There needs to be an event specifically for counterattack damage because I really want to build Magna again. She was so good last season, and I so badly want to do more. We were talking about luck manipulation. That's true! Oh my gosh, no wonder. Helios, he's used his luck manipulation on you. Just play it on stream. Unfortunately, that would show my, that might show my account or my name. So I'm probably not going to do that. Besides, I want to take my time reading it, I think. And make an exception for a 3-hour stream. I don't know if I'll do that. Unfortunate, but I think no. I will not be playing Nikkei on stream, just in case it like shows my UID and you find out one of my accounts. I would rather not, but it could be pretty... Oh, I don't know. I do love Nikkei a whole lot, though. Genuinely, one of my most beloved gacha games. I want to get the Elden Ring guidebook. What's special about the Elden Ring guidebook? Does it have something in it that's like unique for some reason, or why do you want it? I also wanted to try NTE. Oh, I was thinking to myself, like, should I try NTE? Is it something worth getting into? But the reason why I'm uncertain about it is because I don't know if it's like just hyped up because people think it's like worth being hyped up, if that makes sense. So like, it's an open world game. It's got a whole bunch of features, but is it actually any of the features that I want to partake in or I want to play with? I don't know. I feel like whenever it comes to open world games, they're always really directionless, and I could just give NTE a try, genuinely. Like, I know it's just space on my hard drive, but do I really want to? Is there any way that... I need to check. Maybe I'll come to some kind of opinion on whether or not I even bother playing it for stream, but I don't know if I bother trying it or not, because I don't know if it's going to be for me. I'm very much like a fantasy guy, so whenever I see that it's sort of low fantasy, like it's meant to be about espers or something like that, I don't know. But tomorrow I'll go home the weekend, which means I'll have access to my Switch and we'll be playing Pokemon Champions. Would you guys be interested in me playing NTE? I gotta ask that, because that might determine a little bit of my answer. But what do you guys think? Would it be something that you're curious about? So if D6 used as luck manipulation, does that mean that I get my vampirism? I think so. I think that means that you get your vampirism. You know what? You're probably fine. Select cards to exhaust. Yeah, here we go. You're probably good. Lore, and it was all the layout of the caves. What? I'm lost. Wait, what? Lore, and it was all the caves? But I think... Oh... If I were to play NTE, I just don't know if it's for me. That's all. If it's something that people would be curious about, then I can contemplate it, and maybe I download it for like a stream this week or next week. I don't know. It's just playing another open world game that seems like it's going to be taking up so much of my time. It makes me concerned. It makes me concerned that I will just be absolutely stuck with the game and have to spend like hundreds upon hundreds of hours trying to get through all of it and play it all. Can't wait to see you play Resident Evil 4. Just did my first professional run on 2005-1 and died 121 times. Well, I can assure you I'm not playing it on professional. I will most likely, as in extremely likely, not do that. I will not play it on the hardest difficulty, because I'm not very good at horror games, especially whenever things chase me as much as they do in that game. That does not seem like it would be up my alley, and I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk me having like heart palpitations while I play that game. What's NTE? It's got a very silly name, because it's meant to sound cool whenever you speak it in Japanese. It's Neverness to Everness. And Neverness to Everness is an open world gacha game where you can play as cute girls that drive around, climb up buildings, and are like espers in the modern day that can then also do cool magic tricks. Yeah, Neverness to Everness. It's such a weird name to say in English because it just doesn't sound right. Maybe it's just me, but it just does not sound right whenever I hear it in English because I don't know. It doesn't sound like something you were meant to say in English. Am I wrong for thinking that? But I don't know. Let's see. Let's discard that one. Draw 3, and then we've linked every single... Look at how many we've linked! Oh my gosh, my entire hand is linked! Link... True. Link from The Legend of Zoldor. I was thinking maybe if I just lived like a vampire, developing vampirism by... is just an adaptation your body develops. That could be really cool. Except it would also cause a whole bunch of problems, I imagine, because what if you just develop it because you were sick, or you were in a... Like, everyone who gets into a coma, or falls into a coma, just begins to develop vampirism. I feel like that would be a little bit unfortunate, you know? And so I probably wouldn't hope that that happens to them. Oh, we create to Effulgent Blade, I think, and then we link... Gosh, I really like the combination of Nia and Hilda Marie. However, I think my use of Rita here, even though it's good, technically, it's still kind of bad. Okay, we will expand on this. So anytime treated as a common card, draw 1. So this is going to activate this. Okay, I think I get what it is you want to do with this. So the idea is that you'll get this, like, divine epiphany, and you'll draw more of her own Quietus cards. But yeah, I think I would have developed Vampirism a long time ago in that case, if I'm being honest. If it was an adaptation, gosh, I wish. Then I could just, like, go to a blood bank. But it would be really difficult to explain. Why do you need to drink that much blood? I guess you would have to order a bunch of blood. Depends on whether or not you can drink human blood or, like, I don't know, pig's blood. Because I think it's pretty easy to get pig's blood. And if you can supplement it via something like blood sausage or whatever, by going to a local market, you could probably be fine. You know? When 2 cards are discarded through an ability by allies, draw 1 Quietus card. Ooh, do I have something like that? No. No. God, 180? Oh my goodness, that's a lot. I guess the equipment supposedly counts as well. Oh. Oh, that makes sense. Wait, so if I pick this and I put it on this one, is it gonna swap out? No, okay. I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk that. We'll do this one, and we'll do this, and then we'll see. Did that increase? I think that increased. Maybe I'm just missing. Maybe I'm just missing. So I'm on how much? I'm on 80. I'm looking at my second monitor on the stream to see whether or not how much I'm on for Nia. What's up? Yo, Wilson Wiz, how's it going? That'd be nice. I'd have some shady doctor put me into an artificial coma then, just to gain vampirism. Honestly, I would love the Eternal Youth as well. I could really go for the Eternal Youth and just some of the regeneration. Isn't it kind of crazy how easy it is to bleed? I don't know. I feel like I get a paper cut and it's just like, oh my gosh, really? I'm bleeding because of this paper cut? Like, was that necessary? Not sure. I don't think so, but apparently that's just how the cookie crumbles or how the paper cuts. Much like how the song Paper Cut is sung by Linkin Park. It's just the way it is because that's how it is. It really do Scooby-Dooby-Doo be like that. That's at least what I have to say on it. I think this run went pretty well. Hilda Marie seems like a pretty good character. At least I like her overall. And that does get me some more gems were I to roll for duplicates of her. But I don't know. I don't think the engravings did increase my cost, however, so maybe it was just because I had a whole bunch of, like, divine epiphanies that gave me more, cost on the faint memory, aka how many points a deck contributes. Either way, I think she's pretty good. I would say, if I look, I also want to try out the sortie, or Swati, thingy with the unconscious awakening, but I don't know how much the stat improvement is actually going to be by participating in this, or how many times I can get the level to increase. I didn't read the patch notes. Oh, don't judge me, but I didn't read the patch notes, okay? This time, and the first and only time that I've ever done this, I've not watched the patch, or read the patch notes to this. I don't know what to level, or how high of a level this goes up to, but maybe it's useless. Animal blood is sometimes used as fertilizers. I guess that makes sense because of the mineral contents in it, or the iron contents in it, right? I suppose so. What did I lose is the question. Okay, so the Persona card takes up a whole bunch of points. It removed one of my Divine Epiphanies. It removed... Oh no, it removed 2 of them. Wait, did it remove one of my duplications as well? No, it didn't. I've still got 3 of my duplications, and oh, it added back one of my regular default basic cards. That's okay. Oh, my game just crashed. Okay, fine, fair enough. You know what? I think the game decided I'd had enough. Cool. Sure. I was just clicking through her abilities. I didn't even get to process my thoughts or my ideas on her. Okay. Well, that's, sure. Thanks, Chaos Hero Nightmare. That's one way we can end the stream. And that will be it for me today. We played through some of the new Season 3 content, got to see a little bit of the seasonal character. I'll be playing more of the game on my own because I want to see more of what these sorties are like, because I think those will be pretty fun. And I want to know what some of the mechanics are with the awakening levels and how strong the actual level buffs are for it, because I want to invest in Reen. I want Reen to be one of my best characters, and I strive to make that my my goal. I'm really hoping that they add alts to the game, or some way to like change some of the cards or how they function with certain characters' decks, because I really want Reen to be one of my strongest characters, and yet it seems like really difficult to do that, because Hilda Marie, really good character, super duper strong, and even though Chaos Zero Nightmare crashed my game before I could give my final thoughts on her character and her deck and everything like that, I still think she's a really good character overall. Okay, I'm out of tickets and gems, so I need a way to farm more to go get Neon. You should wait until the hard mode comes out, and when the hard mode comes out, then you want to get the extra, like, playthrough tickets, or whatever it is, the extra attempts at the event, and then you use those because you get more event currency to buy all of the tickets from the event shop. You've also got the X missions for whichever quest campaign that you haven't done. Some of the early side quests as well give you a whole bunch of gems. Playing through character backstories will give you a certain amount of gems. You should check out the campaign missions. Those give you a certain amount of gems and tickets as well. The first couple of times that you complete lost sectors will also give you gems and tickets. Finding every single lost relic on maps will give you some gems as well as for collectionist stuff. It will give you a certain amount of gems for however many you collect. So there are a bunch of different ways. If you still don't know anymore, I can let you know tomorrow if you've done all of those, or if you need a reminder of just how many different ways there are to get it. But there are a bunch. We're also getting solo raids, so inevitably you'll be getting more from those as well before the event ends. How far are you with Claire? In Resident Evil 2 with Claire, I'm in the... Oh, I think I just got out of the police station building. No, I was in the car park, and I just got back into the police station building. I'm now got the Metal Gear, and I'm trying to get back up to the clock tower parts, but Mr. X was chasing me, and I was like, I had too many heart attacks, okay? The lickers just kept jumping out at me, and it was just too much. I couldn't bear with it. It was too difficult. My heart was gonna give out before I could even continue the rest of the game. So, tomorrow, we'll be continuing with more Resident Evil 2. If I finish it early, we'll see what I do. We'll see what I do, or what comes as a result of that at the end of it. Maybe I'll do some, like, extra mode or something like that. I don't know if it has any extra modes in it, but we'll see. I'm also missing songs in the rhythm game to get tickets. Yes, exactly. You need to play through some of the songs. I think if you play through all of them on casual, or whatever the easy mode is called, once, it will give you a bunch of rewards, and then it'll also give you a title, which gives you some gems and so on as well. So if you do that, then it'll do it. 20 push-ups off stream. Off stream? I can do that shrimple. Shouldn't I just do it now? I can do 20 push-ups now. Sure. You won't be able to see it. Eventually, I don't know, when I have a 3D model, whoops, when I get my 3D model, then maybe I will have to set up like 2 cameras to kind of try to track my body movements. Give me a second, I'll do 20 push-ups. Go. 20 push-ups. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Like the missions in there say I have to play certain songs, but they don't exist in my list. Yeah, you have to play through some of them to completion before you unlock them. So if you play them on casual, which is what I recommend doing at first, and you complete them, then it'll begin to unlock the other songs. But that is all the time for today. Thank you so much for tuning into stream, and thank you so much for participating in chat, for typing, for lurking, for whatever. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.